See us live. Okay, I see the stream is now live.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are from around this world. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, let's do some quick tech check. Shima, can you say hello?
Hi everyone, this is Shima. I'm a construction engineer.
No, I'm
Currently,
just doing a quick tech check, just making
okay.
sure your mic is doing fine. See how excited we are to say hello?
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. So Shima's doing great. And then we've got Hanya. Check your
uh,
mic and see.
yeah, it's working, but my friend, she's online. She said she cannot see us online on the Facebook. So, oh,
Okay. So Chriselle, do you think you can share the link with us just in case? Because I
yeah,
see
because
I see that I'm live on you just have to refresh it. You have to refresh it because it was
I am
just
live too.
yeah, I'm live.
I'm live.
We are alive and live. Come on, Hannah. Waiting for you. You just refresh.
well,
Yeah, if all of us are live, then you're definitely
no, I am live, but my friend, she's telling me she cannot see me, but in my page it says actually I'm live. I can see it.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that way you could do the
maybe she
share.
has to refresh it.
Yeah, and you can do the share too. Like for those of you who are watching right now, you could refresh and then you'll be able
Mhm.
to watch us live. Or the other way is go to the Facebook business page that you receive this invite to, and then you can watch us live.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can
so
see that one is
so
watching. Yeah.
yeah, so Hanya's mic is working now. Chriselle.
Hello. Can you hear me, everyone?
Okay, awesome. We are good. We are good. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm your host for tonight, exclusive live group interview. My name is Karen Chuck, and I'm a business and AI consultant. And today's topic is the moment everything changed. Before we dive into our juicy conversation, I'm going to let every wonderful lady on the panel here introduce themselves with their name, their profession, where they're originally from, and where they're residing right now. So I'm going to start with person on my right, and this is Shima.
Hello everyone. My name is Shima. I'm a construction engineer. I'm currently living in San Francisco, United States, and I'm originally from Iran, speaking Farsi. About a decade ago, I immigrated to United States. And I'm so excited to share my story today with you guys. I pass it to Hania.
Hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Haniye. I currently live in Toronto, Canada. I'm originally from Iran, like Shima, and I am an MRI technologist and I work in a hospital. So I'm so excited to be here tonight. So I pass it to Chriselle.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chriselle, and I am based in Toronto, Canada. And I'm an operations analyst at a banking firm.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. And I'm based in Toronto, Canada. So today's focus is asking each of our wonderful ladies some insightful question, and which I believe many of the audience can relate to. So each of them will be given a question. They'll take turn answering about roughly 3 to 5 minutes max because we want to be able to hear from everybody. And if the first guest is ready, Shima, I'll be asking you the very first question. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So question number one, the turning point. Can you share with our audience your personal enough is enough moment? The day or season when you realize, something had to change. I'll be asking. Share with us.
Yes, definitely. So for me, the turning
Number
point,
one.
what is it? Okay. So the turning point for me, it was honestly a couple of years ago. You guys might know if you're following my page. I've been in construction about 15 years, and Honestly, I truly value what I do, which is building projects and shaping community. I reached a moment where I thought enough is enough. And honestly, that was kind of after COVID happened. It really hit me how much the world was changing. So many industries were moving people like to remote and hybrid option, and giving people like more flexibility for their life. And but construction, that's almost impossible. The projects don't stop. We are on site early in the morning until late evenings, day after day. And that was when I realized that I have to like keep doing what I'm doing, meaning like I'm trading too much of my time with freedom, and freedom with like paychecks. So that was the moment that I understood that I have to shift my life or career, or find something that like works better with my flexibility and freedom. Yeah, that was kind of like my turning point.
Thanks for sharing. So if I asked you on a scale of 0 to 10, how frustrated were you before the change? On a scale of 10, 10 being super frustrated.
I think I would rate it 9.
Got
And
it.
there's one more thing I want to add.
Yeah,
So
please do.
you guys probably heard of like 9 to 5. I want to tell you, in construction, we start at 7, and sometimes we leave job site around like 6 p.m. So it's not 9 to 5, it's 7 to 6.
Do you get overtime pay?
No, not at all.
Oh, wow. So then you have to start the next day just as early.
Exactly. So during the week, it's basically you work, eat, go back home, sleep, and repeat.
Sounds like a robotic life.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
Well, you're tapping into question two, but that's okay. I'm sure the audience appreciate the details because these are real life stories that we hear a lot, and every one of us are living it, right? Thank you, Shima, for sharing.
Of
So now
course.
we'll go to Hanya.
Okay, so I actually, I work at the MRI technologist in a hospital, and I like my job. The pay is good, but as Shima said, as COVID hit, and it was very tough at the COVID time, and we have difficult times. Like sometimes like people had to work overtime, and then they send people to emergency to go over there, and it was very tough. But that wasn't the turning point for me. The turning point for me was that because I live with my sister, and she got a victim of fraud, and she lost all her investment, and and it was a very sad moment for us, and it broke our hearts, and we didn't know what to do because now we had the two income, and now our income was like actually one. So I had to I wanted to pay for her, to provide for her, because she was the one who always providing for other people, helping other people, and now she was devastated, and that was the turning point for me. And then we decided, it was actually a few years ago, we decided, okay, so let's find something online. Let's do something that she actually can work from home, I can work from home, and do something, and change our lives, because it was very tough. Like I was using my credit card, my line of credits, and like lots of debts, and it was very tough. So and we were praying to God, please show us a way. And it was like few years ago, and we didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know, I didn't have any other skills. Like I was like trying, looking, searching. She was trying, looking, searching, and we couldn't we couldn't find anything. And all of a sudden, I think that door of, like, I don't know how to say it, the door of the sky or heaven opened, and then this thing happened, and I'm very excited. So that was my turning point, and that was the, like, and also the other reason, because I always thinking about my pension, because as you know, as a healthcare worker, our pension is not enough. And I was thinking, if my salary is not enough right now at this moment while I'm working full time, what's going to happen when I actually retire? Because my pension income is not going to be enough. So that was the enough moment for me also. And these are the two main factors that made me actually do something and, like, go ahead and find something else. So that
That's
was,
so amazing. Thank you so much
yeah.
for sharing. I agree with you that pension is what we got sold into participating. Now, the cost of living keeps going up,
Yes.
right? And expenses keep going up. Pension, yes, they have some adjustment, but it's not keeping up with everything else, right? And I totally agree with you because first part of my career was with teaching hospital. So I've got pension and I kept checking in with them. And then every time they said, oh, it got dip. It's the overall economy. So it's not as promising as they share it to be. So yeah, thanks for pointing that out. And then now we have Chriselle. How about your turning point? What triggered you to explore further?
So my turning point was when it was during COVID, actually. Same for all of you. And when COVID started, it was actually when I gave birth to my daughter. So at that, I remember going to the hospital, like it was empty, no one's there. You can even have your visitors. You can have like someone stay with you during your birth, your delivery. And so at that time, I was thinking there must be another way. And then after my maternity, which was a year, um, I realized that when I stayed at home for a year, that's what I wanted to do. Like I was there for my daughter while she was like growing, and I was like, there must be another way. And with COVID and everyone missing out time, and people are just working and working and working themselves when they should be spending more time with their family or their loved ones. Um, so COVID sort of like woke me up, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people were affected by it as well. And that's what made me think, oh, I want to stay by my daughter longer. So it was COVID and then my maternity leave, and COVID was still a bit like 2 3 years, right? And so I got to experience spending time with my daughter longer, and then that gave me like a taste of like I want to stay home and work from home and provide for my family and my daughter. And also another thing that also made me say this is enough is it takes me an hour and a half to get to work, and the commute is long, and it takes even longer when it's like snowing outside. So that's one of the reasons. It's the snow, the commute, and also missing out on precious moments. And when they say that when your kids are growing, the first 10 years is the most important parts, because after that, you're no longer their best friend; it's their friends. And then after that, they don't care about you anymore. So the first few years is what's really important, and I don't want to miss that.
That's so true because I've got two kids. One is going to be 14 years old as a boy. The other one is going to be 7 years old. So the prime period is only so long. Once they've reached teenager, like, yeah, okay, hi mom. You can't really have that cuddling anymore. And as a matter of fact, both of my sons had complained to me about how much time I put in my work versus how much time I spend playing with them. My younger one, I remember this was very dramatic. I was working 15 hours straight because I had to help my team, my leadership team, in delivering something. And I closed my home office door, and my younger one was banging on the door outside. Bum, 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 bum. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Mom, can you stop working so much and start playing with me? I felt like, oh, double-edged sword just stab me and twist and pull out. I'm like, yeah, what am I doing? Like, and this happened um after COVID. Like COVID really changed, sounds like, all of our perspective on life, right? Life is not just about working, climbing the corporate ladder, getting all the so-called achievement, right? And we learned that things could change overnight. COVID as an example. So yeah, thank you for sharing. Especially as a parent, you see how quickly time passes by. As before becoming a parent, my sense was that I got all the time in the world. Just charge away, and then you realize your kids, it's the greatest indicator of how quick time flies by. So yeah, I could totally relate to you. Thank you for sharing, Chriselle. Now, I know some of you have already shared a bit of how your life was before the change, but let's dive deeper into how painful it truly was. So I'm going to pass the mic over to you, Shima.
Yeah, so about that. Before starting the online business, I guess my daily life was all about deadlines. And just like I explained earlier, I was leaving home around like 7 a.m. Sometimes in like winter time, I was leaving like when it was dark and staying at the office job site. And like when I was coming back home, it was again dark. So um, I would leave early, come back like late, spending like 10 plus hours managing crews, schedules, and like a lot of unexpected issues at the job sites. And by the time I was home, I was drained. And weekdays like felt like it's loop, like work, eat, sleep, repeat. And weekends, honestly, it was more like catching up on resting and errands. I love my engineering job, but I guess I couldn't continue like that. I started feeling like I was missing out like simple joys in life, traveling more, spending like unhurried time, or like having a space to breathe. Physically, it was really exhausting, and mentally, it started like feeling like I'm so limited to like this life. And deep down, I kind of knew that something had to change, and that was the, I guess, moments that I knew that I need something different.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, my brother is an engineer, and he shared the same aspect of how rewarding an engineer profession is, but at the same time very exhausting, because like you, he mentioned that has to start up early, and then even have to, like, he's in Hong Kong, he has to work overtime, and is non compensatable, and then stay up late, go home, quick shower, and then gotta, sometimes he doesn't even get to sleep, he gotta start work again at the site. So I was asking him, like, how are you going to sustain? Like, he's relatively young, but how are you going to sustain? Like, a lot of times we take our health for granted, right? And I don't know if you guys heard of this saying: when your health is perfect, you have 9 million things to do. When your
Right.
health is not perfect, you only have one thing to do, which
Exactly.
is to stay healthy and stay alive, right? So I think many of us fall through that trap, and we always take it for granted until it's too late. So thank you for sharing that. Now we'll pass the mic over to Hanya. So how was life before change? You can detail out like your daily routine, your stress level, and things that you were missing out. Just share with us in the audience.
Well, before this thing happened, yes, my life was very stressful, especially with what happened in our lives. it was very like financially stressful, and like I didn't know what to do. Like the bills, everything was building up, the loans, like my credit cards, like everything. It was very stressful, and also my job is a stressful job. Like I like my job; it's very rewarding, but as an MRI technologist, like it just like you have to deal with the people who are like not feeling well, and you have to deal with their family. And most people, they're like when they come for MRI, like I don't know if you have an MRI before, they're very like nervous. They're most of the people, you can't even believe, they're like claustrophobic. So you have to deal with that. People come and they might complain like it was very difficult. You deal with that, and then it's very stressful physically and emotionally. And we have to do like long shifts. Like 1 week you work day shift, the next week your body adjusts, and then you have to go to the evening shift, and then you go back to do the midnight shift. It's very hard physically on your body, and also emotionally. So when I get home, I'm like physically drained. Like I just want to like come home, sleep, and watch something. Sometimes I fall asleep in front of TV. So, and there is nothing else to do, and I'm like, what is this? Is this the life that I want to do like for the rest of my life? What about my dreams? What about like having time to enjoy life? Like life is not all about like working. It's about other stuff. Like find the meaning in life and find something that you love to do. But with this, like with this kind of work, it's very hard. Like because you always like on the go, and when you come home, you're physically drained. So it was very, very hard. And again, I was always asking and praying for a way out. And again, I'm very excited. I'm so glad that for this opportunity. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that. You study science. We all
Mhm.
study science at some point. How they mentioned the biological clock. How we if we mess up with our sleeping pattern, it also impact our biological components inside, right? The
Yes, they
circadian
say between
rhythm.
10 p.m. to 2 a.m. you should be asleep. But sometimes I
Yeah,
come home and it's like 12 a.m. and I can like, it's take me 2 hours to fall asleep. And then I have to wake up in the morning, get ready, go back to work.
yeah,
So it's
yeah. I
not
mean,
it's not easy on the body.
it's not sustainable for the body, mind, and
Mhm.
soul for sure. And um, again, we can't take our youth for granted because we can only be so young and so healthy, right? And something that I also did similar to you was I pray.
Mhm.
I pray because I was watching all walks of life taking
Mhm.
advantage of the online space. And I did my research. And I mean, I kid you not, I saw lawyers, accountants, pharmacists, everybody. And I'm like, I got to find out. I actually look into how do people do Amazon drop shipping? How do they do fulfillment by Amazon? All that stuff. And I'm like, when I prayed to God, I said, I don't want to deal with any of those logistical
Yes.
challenges because it's time consuming and I don't want to deal with customers. I want something too good to be true, God. Please, you are the Almighty God. You know what is available out there. Please
Yes.
show it to me. So that was my exact prayer. And because when we pray, if we pray for something that's too good to be true, jaws dropping, that's the making of the God. If you pray for
Mhm.
something small, it's usually like man made, right? Like human
Yes.
search. So
Mhm.
then the very next day, that's when God revealed to me. And I was like, boom, check all the points. And this is jaw dropping, too good to be true. And I didn't have to deal with all the logistical issues and it's leveraging the automation, digital world. It's like perfect. So I'm like, for those of you who believe in prayers or don't, I highly recommend you explore because this is the smartest way to find out what you're looking for. So the next person, Chriselle, you're going to share yours as well in details about how was your life before change. I know you touched upon it a little bit, but maybe you can paint the picture a little bit more and tell our audience, I'm sure some of our audience are also working parent, working mom. How did you feel back then? And then just paint the picture a little bit more for us.
So before life before this, before the online business, I went to work. It took me an hour and a half to get to and from work. So I'd have to leave early in the morning, and sometimes it's still dark. And when I get home, it's also dark. So you're tired pretty much because of the commute, not because of work. And since so I that's the thing where you get tired from commuting, and then when you get home, you don't have the energy to like play with your kid or like do much because you just want to rest from commuting, and like it drains you. And also, prior to having an online business, I actually tried many different businesses, which didn't go so well, which is why I'm thankful that this opportunity of this online business gave me. And I pivoted towards this. Before I did try Amazon. I did try Amazon. I did also those where you would upload. I think it's called merch, Amazon merch as well, and not only just the Amazon where you sell the physical products. I also had physical products that's not related to Amazon. I also did that. Um, and also another business that didn't go through. And I went through like courses as well just to help me leverage and get resources for an online business. And none of that like seemed the right fit. And also it felt like it was a waste of time. And also, I've always wanted to do a business where I would be the one that's in control, because I don't want to be working for somebody my whole life. I want to be the one who calls the shots and like does everything for the family, financially as well. And so that's where one of the things that my life was prior to, and the long hours and the wasted time with other businesses when I could have just focused on this. But I know that everything that I've experienced is a learning point for me to get to this point right now. And but I'm glad that those other businesses didn't go smoothly, because then I wouldn't have been able to have this business now. And pretty much the my life back then was like, as everyone, work, sleep, and go back to work the next day. So pretty much from Monday to Friday, I would go to work early, come home late, and like an automate, like a robot, because then you don't have that capacity to think or enjoy anything, because for me, I was tired from the commute, and that's just draining. So that's pretty much my life before the change in my life for this business.
Thank you. And without the prior experience with other business, you won't have a benchmark to compare this too good to be true opportunity against. So it's actually a blessing in disguise. You get to see and compare, right? And one of our global digital and business partners, they actually tried 24 different business, and because they knew that there has to be something out there. You can't be the only one silo out when everybody else is winning on the cyberspace. So then they kept pushing, and they finally found this opportunity, and they completely debt free. They went on the show, Ramsey Debt Free Show, and there's just so much blessings on this couple. They're Christian couples too. They also pray the heart hearing prayers to God and ask God to heal their finance and reveal the opportunity. And that's why I'm telling the audience, you got to pray, find out how to pray and seek God. So I love how how everyone shares so much details around the topics that we're sharing with the audience. So the next question you may or may not have already mentioned, so I might just briefly say it is the original question I had was fear and consequences. So back then, what were you most afraid would happen if nothing changed? But I think all of you have already touched on that, so I'm not going to repeat that question. So I would move to question 4 about reflection and blessing in disguise. Looking back, how do you see that challenging season as a blessing in disguise? Because now that you've found this global digital business opportunity, what can you reflect upon, and how did it shape you, redirect you, and prepare you to where you are today? Who wanted? Okay, I'll start with Shima again.
Yeah, no worries. So I guess now that I look back, that frustration, that was actually blessing to me. That pushed me to open my mind to something different, which is this online business. Um, it's given me the flexibility that I was craving for, but also something deeper, which is personal growth. I've met a lot of people around the world, learned new skills, and built something that can grow beyond my work hours. It helped me to reconnect with a lot of people, and what truly mattered to me. That was freedom, purpose, and balance. And I'm so grateful that was like a wake up call for me, those frustrations, because I could completely redirect my path and start thinking of changing this situation. Otherwise, I would if it was a little bit even better, I would keep doing what I was doing and never thought about fixing what I was dealing with.
And that's why we have a lot of engineers in the global digital business community, because engineers by training and by thought process always wanted to find a better solution, right?
Right.
You have a
Yeah.
problem, you find a solution. You don't get stuck on the dot. You figure it out,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, building new
I agree.
bridge to tie the two islands together.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for sharing. Then we have Hanya.
Mhm.
If you reflect and think about basically what would you share with the audience?
Mhm. Well, I think for anything new to come to your life, you have to be open. You have to be ready for it, because I know this business, online digital business, was introduced to us like about 4 years ago, but we didn't take it seriously because I think we were not ready. Like if I could take that business at that moment, I don't think I would be go ahead with it, or I would quit and I would not be successful, and I would say, no, this is not for me. So for anything new to be in your life, you have to be ready and open. So at that time, maybe I didn't have that much challenges in my life. And I think all these challenges, it meant for something. So I believe that anything that happens in your life, it's happening for a good reason. It's for your highest good. So we can't complain why this happened to me, why this didn't happen. Because if all this stuff didn't happen to me, I wouldn't choose this business. I would say, why? I'm living my life. But that was enough. I was to say, okay, enough is enough. I want to do something. And then at the right moment, at the right time, God opened the door for us, and I'm forever grateful for him. Because that was the great moment, because if it was even a year ago, maybe I wouldn't take it, but it just, everything happens at the right moment, at the right time. So I see that as a blessing. All those challenges that happen to us, it is a blessing. It just, we don't see it at that time. We will realize it later in life, or maybe few days after it. But I know those challenges were blessing for me for sure.
Well said. And you led me to to the saying, you know how people say things don't happen to you, it happens for you,
For you.
right? It's a
Yeah.
blessing in disguise. It also prompted me to think of this image. You know how there's this analogy of a frog inside a heated pot of water, and then it just get accustomed to the surrounding until it gets fried, right? I think
Yes.
it's somewhere along that, like when you're so accustomed to your usual circumstances and just sitting still and be complacent, you don't even know that you're actually in the danger zone. You know what I mean? So yeah, that image just popped in my head. So thank you for sharing. And then next we have Chriselle. How about you?
So what I've realized, and the blessing in disguise, is that all the businesses that I've tried has made me more knowledgeable and experience what type of business I want and what I don't want. And also, it has helped me be more open and taking chances and opportunities that arise. Like if something comes up, I'm willing to give it a try. It's like when you tell a little kid, try the food before you say no. So that's my motto now. Where if an opportunity comes up, or like something wonderful comes up to you, I give it a try. If it's not what it is, then I let it be. At least I tried it, and I'm glad that I tried. I took a look at this business, and I also researched, and this also has helped me be more confident. And I'm an introvert, so it helped me like overcome like talking in front of people, and sharing experiences with other people. And I have been to um, events and conferences on my own, which I'm proud of, because like even if I don't know anyone, I've met these ladies there. And that's one of the things where I'm glad that everything that I've went through has made me grow as a person, and not just in business. I'm growing my skills, my personality, and my knowledge as well. And I'm glad that's one of the things that the blessings that has come forward. And also, another thing is that it's helping me to realize that what I have now is what exactly I've been looking for the past years. And it's basically just a combination of everything I want into this business that I have now. So that's what I love about it.
You know, when you first mentioned to me that you're an introvert, I'm like, really? Because you do live sessions, like broadcast to the world. Like, lady, I don't think that's introvert. So clearly, there's personal development and growth in like through this business, right? You know how we always talked about growth mindset and curiosity mindset is to allow us to grow and to be stretched and to reach our highest potentials, right? And the curiosity mindset is allowing us to find out what we don't know. You know, we don't know what we don't know, then we'll forever be boxing ourselves. So it's great that you have, I think all of us did, right? We had the curiosity mindset. We wanted to, okay, let's figure it out. You know, let's do some research. Let's not let the noises stop us from pushing ourselves to the next higher level, right? Because there's only 1% perhaps of people who would feel comfortable just going through, breaking through, and following their intuitions and then succeeding. And when they look back, people start believing. I remember there's Olympic athlete. This individual was the one who set the world record in doing, I think it was a sprint within short 4 minutes. I don't remember the exact name, but the story hits, stayed in my mind. So before this person broke the world record, everybody could only do more than that duration. But as soon as someone broke the record, established an example, everybody else had the belief that, you know what, if that person could do it, I could do it too. And ever since that record got broken, everybody exceeded that 4 minutes. So it goes to show that, if we are curious and open-minded enough, then we'll be able to be that first or second record-breaking individual, and then leading more people to leverage this too good to be true opportunity, because everyone has the same common denominator. Everyone is sick and tired of being sick and tired. Everyone is exhausted. Everyone is trying to find more time, find more flexibility, spend more time with loved ones, do things that they enjoy, travel and all that. But nobody has really taken the time nor found something that could be the lever, right? So that's one of the reason why we're here, to share what God had revealed to us. So thank you for sharing, Chriselle. So we're at 8:41. I wanted to move on to the next question, which is encouragement for the audience. So if someone watching right now, or maybe watching the replay later on, feels stuck at what they're doing, how their life is unfolding, what's a single piece of encouragement that you could share with them? I'll start back with Shima.
Okay, so if someone watching feels stuck right now, here's what I would say. There are a lot of scams out there, not our business, but the first advice is do your research to start with like peace of mind, and start soon. I guess as soon as you get the sense of that is like a good fit for me, just to start. And after that, just be consistent and trust the process. Don't have You don't have to like at the beginning figure out like everything. You just need to take the first step. The result will come over time. And if you do that, you will thank yourself later for not waiting any longer.
Absolutely agree. And how about you, Hanya?
You're muted.
So if you feel you're stuck, it means that like you need to change something. There is a change needs to happen. So change doesn't have to be huge. It can start with a small step. So if you're not sure, you can as Shima said, you can watch our free webinar. There is no pressure. You can just watch it and see if it's for you. So that's what I did, because at the beginning I didn't know. I had no idea what this online digital business is. I even in social media, I didn't even have I only had one picture of me and nothing else. I didn't know where to start, what to do, but you have to just believe that you have to start from a small step. You start, and then the other steps will follow you. It's just you have to take that first step, that baby step. It doesn't have to be a huge step. You take that first step and everything else comes along. You're not alone in this. You have people here supporting you, mentally, if you have any question, there are people, you have mentors, you have coaches. So your job is just to take that first step. That's what I did. And again, I'm very happy that I did that first step, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. So that's my piece of advice for you, that if you feel stuck, it doesn't mean that you're failing. It means that there is a new door is happening to you. You just have to look at it. You have to open it and step inside.
Well said. Well said. Thank you so much. Then Chriselle, how about your words of advice and encouragement for the audience?
So if you feel stuck, that means you need a change. You need to change something in your life. And you can't wait around and think, oh, something will just happen and fall on your lap. You have to do it yourself. You have to take action. You have to go out there, do research. You have to look around. You can't just pray that something will happen and it will happen. That's not how it works. Or if you're already in a business, you can't just sit there and pray that, oh, I hope I become successful, or something will be great and will benefit my business. That doesn't work that way. You have to actually do the work and be consistent in your work, and you have to be patient and know that as long as you're consistent and doing the work, you'll eventually reach your goal. and that change will be what will help you get unstuck.
Great words of advice. Totally. Our business is a proven system, kind of like a franchise in a box. When you have a franchise, say coffee shop, in Canada, there's Tim Hortons. You still have to open your shop. You still have to follow the head office training. You still have to learn the rope. This is no different. The only difference is that you can have it work around your own schedule at your own pace. You learn at your own pace, and then you can collaborate with other global digital business, and you can even vacation and still work your business. And now we're here, now we're there, and that's the beauty of it, right? You don't want yet another 9 to 5 or 9 to 9. You want something that you can work on your back. I call it back engine, as in that way you're building a legacy, and your global digital business can be passed on to your family member, your next generation. That's another beauty of it, right? So from my perspective, my encouragement for the audience is that find out if your heart is telling you that something needs to be changed. Find out, like, explore what's available out there. Do your research, do your due diligence, and figure out if there's something out there that you can do on top of what you're currently doing, and then gradually build a legacy for yourself and your family, right? And our genuine call to action is that if nothing changes, nothing changes. Is like however we lived the past 5, 10, 20 years, if we haven't changed the directions of our target, it'll forever be following the same pathway, same direction. So in order to change the trajectory of our lives, we got to change directions of where we wanted to head it to, right? Wouldn't you agree, Shima, Hanya, Chriselle?
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, definitely, yes.
So we're very good on time, even though we skipped one intended question. So it's 8:47. What I like to share with the audience on behalf of this group is that this is our way of giving back to community, to share what we found, and what we really want to do is help more individuals to discover new possibilities through the online space. A lot of people spend time scrolling social media, watching YouTube videos and all that. Those are great. Those are great entertaining channels. But at the same time, you can also capitalize through social media, through online space. So, you could work smart and then also play smart at the same time. What we're planning to do in the coming weeks is to host exclusive live interview series. We haven't yet confirmed the date and time. We'll have to see. But then the idea is to share more of what we have discovered, insights and tips that could help you find out if global digital business is something that you've been praying and searching for. And if it is, then we're happy to answer questions. And that's the whole idea that we have. We wholeheartedly wanted everyone who's stuck to take the time to find out what's possible out there. So, Shima, any last words?
No, just go for it. Start exploring this business. What if you like it?
Awesome. And then we have Hanya. Any last words?
Just the last word, just believe in yourself, and just tell yourself that you can do it and you can change your life, because you're the only one who can change your life. Nobody can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So, but you're not alone. Remember that. That's my final words and advice.
Wonderful. Chriselle.
So if you want something in your life, you have to go out there and do it. Like, explore, take action. There's a saying where if you want things done, you have to do it yourself. If you don't, you'll make excuses for yourself. So think about that. If you're always making excuses, why you can't, why you see other people succeed and you aren't, it's because you're not moving, you're not taking action. And so be sure to explore all your options out there, and don't be afraid to ask questions and research on the possibilities that could change your life.
So yeah, I love all the wonderful words of advices from intelligent partners that of mine here. And I wanted to say something. It skipped my mind right now, but it might come back. So I wanted to thank all the audience for tuning in live, as well as those who's about to tune in through replay. And I wanted to thank all the wonderful ladies, Shima, Hanya, Chriselle, for sharing your insights, for sharing your encouragement and the possibilities out there with audience who are seeking. And we hope to continue with this episode series so that you can find out more of how life could be totally different 5, 2, even 1 year or 1 month from now. So until then, I wish everybody a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are from around the world. And if you wanted to follow our respective business page, you can check out the website or the Facebook handling of the website to find out more. Okay. We're here to share and we're here to empower and encourage. So until then, take care, everybody, and God bless.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.